Previously on the Nerd Way.
Anybody who's here knows I'm a big comic book geek. I love superheroes. I write superhero novels. So, what do I think about a lot during the day? Superpowers. And the people who might have superpowers, and what superpowers and what people might have. So what I did is I made a tier list.
Nice.
And see if I can make this any bigger. That'll work. That'll be okay.
Yeah, man, that'll play.
On my website, StephenHudler.com, I have a 100 common and uncommon superpowers list. That if you're a writer, if you're looking for some inspiration, you can come. It's free. You take a look at the 100 superpowers, and you can let your imagination run wild. I decided to take the first 20 and create a tier list to see what powers are good and what powers be like, you know what, I really don't want that power. So, Chris, it's up to you and me.
Yeah, man.
To figure this out. And the first one we're going to look at is pyrokinesis. That's controlling and generating fire with your mind. Like a Pyro from the X-Men or Johnny Storm, one of those guys.
I mean, off the top of my head, I would probably put that in fantastic because it's a handy thing to have. But if you find yourself in a pool of water, or you're up against, and let's call him Iceman, I don't know. You may not necessarily have the outcome you're looking for. So it's good. It's fine. It's a bit niche, isn't it?
You know what? I can see that. I can see going with
yeah.
But then fantastic.
It's definitely not pathetic, is it? But
it's not pathetic. And to be honest, I don't know if any of these will be in pathetic, but you have to put that in there.
Yeah, you never know. There could be a stinker here.
Could be a stinker in here somewhere. Speaking of Iceman, the next power we got up is ice manipulation.
And I think that's the same, isn't it? In my opinion, anyway. They kind of they're yin and yang.
Or you could be a hit at parties. Hey, can I cool your drink down for you?
But the same you could say with fire. You can make your own barbecue company, couldn't you?
True.
So,
all right, ice manipulation. Fantastic. Next up, weather control. Would you like to control the weather? I know I'm looking out my window and I'm hearing thunder, so I would love to control the weather at this point to make sure, we don't get hit by lightning and I lose the internet. But there have been plenty of times where I'd be like, man, I wish it was warmer, or maybe just turn the heat down just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Storm as an example. I think it's a pretty radical thing to have, isn't it? I mean, I'm sure in the UK we'd have somebody with that power stationed at the coast and make it unpassable for boat people to float their way on. I'd say it's incredible. I think it's a step up from the other two, I think, but it's not quite, not quite there.
I could see weather being incredible.
Because in theory, you could do any of the two things you could, the fire and the ice. You could, in theory, do that with that one power. So I think that should make it a step above those two. True.
All right, next we got intangibility, being able to just pass through walls like Kitty Pryde. I like it. although it's never, it always weirds me out. I mean, if you can pass through things, how is it you can walk on a floor and not fall through? You'd think if you have this power, you just fall.
It's plot armor, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just have to go with it, don't you? I mean, again, I'd kind of put it in fantastic because that's great, but you couldn't rob a bank with it, could you? Because you could get into the bank vault, but you wouldn't be able to take anything out because obviously the other things, unless you're gonna taking it further and further and saying, well, you can also make other things kind of have the same effect. Mm-hmm. Which then you start kind of changing kind of really what you're talking about. But I mean, I'd put it in fantastic. It's nifty, but Yeah,
I'm going to overrule you and go uncanny.
Okay.
Just for the fact that I'm still not sold on the you wouldn't just fall through the earth thing.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we got telekinesis.
Okay.
Being able to move stuff with your mind. My goodness, how many times have I sat on the couch and my wife has put the remote control
I just wanted to
without my reach, and I just want to think. I don't want to get up and walk 2 feet. I wish I could just think it over here.
Use the force, Steve.
Exactly. I think telekinesis would be an awesome power to have. You're driving.
I agree. Yeah, I think maybe this could be the first spectacular one for me because there's a lot of stuff as a hero or villain that you can do with that, and just being able to throw a bit of fire or a bit of ice or make it rain isn't really going to be able to counter just throwing physics out the window. Yeah. Because you could move yourself faster, surely. There's just so much around that. And, in theory, it's got the number of all those other abilities because you can manipulate kind of whatever it is, to that scenario. So, yeah, I would say spectacular. I think we're getting there.
I think so. I think you're right. Plus, who hasn't sat in a traffic jam and wish they could just move the cars in front of them out of the way?
Yeah.
Or pick my own car up and just sail it over top. That would be perfect.
Or the granny in front of you when you're shopping. Yeah, she's taking too long to put her fucking grocery through, so you just launch her into aisle 10.
See, when my mom was alive, she would do that. She'd walk to the grocery store, and if you were taking your sweet old time in the aisle, she chose you.
Yeah, we ain't got all day. I respect that. We haven't got all day.
I had to throw myself in front of many a shopper just to save them from my mom's wrath. All right, next up, super strength.
Okay.
If I had my if I had my way, there are 2 powers on this list that I would absolutely love to have. Super strength is one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just it's the staple for any superhero. You have to have some kind of strength above a normal man.
Very true. Yeah.
I mean, there are very few superheroes that are just regular guys, and if they are, they're always it's Iron Man, it's Hawkeye, it's.
But Iron Man, by kind of technological wizardry, kind of has super strength to a certain degree, doesn't he? So yeah, it all comes back to that, doesn't it? That needing that element. Yeah. I'd say it's incredible. It's because it's not as good as being able to move things with your mind, in my opinion, because you've already got super strength if you can move things with your mind. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because if I might not be able to lift up a car myself, but I can just think about it. So,
and exactly, you don't need to be in the proximity of the thing that you want to move. You just need to be able to see it.
Incredible. I like that. All right, next up, teleportation. Do you want to just zip from here to there?
I think teleportation is definitely better than what we've got in Uncanny. Because in theory, you could save a civilian. Just being able to walk through things, wouldn't help you. You can't save people in a hospital if you can just walk through walls because you can't bring the people out with you.
Right.
But you can with teleporting. You can zip into a bank vault and nick money. You can zip into a hospital and save someone.
Yep.
So I don't think. But then again, I wouldn't necessarily. I don't know. Because I would say fantastic, but there's something stopping me from saying it's anything better than that. Because if you teleport into something you can't get out of or something, I don't know. You teleport yourself into a trap, you're still dead, aren't you? If you teleport yourself into a pit and don't realize it, you're still dead. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it depends on, who the writer is and how you want to do your thing. Because, you could say, if I don't know where I'm going, I don't want to teleport because I might teleport into a mountain or something.
Exactly.
And I'm dead. But you can easily write around that and have your power if you teleport into something that's not, where you're enclosed, you just kind of automatically bounce back. Yeah, I'd say this is fantastic, but much better than intangibility. All right, next up, flight.
Well, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Who hasn't wanted to, be Iron Man? Because I was thinking, by flight could be obtained in different ways. I'd put it incredible. Because, like I said, being able to move things with your mind is so strong that in theory you could fly. I mean, the speed of which, okay, that could be up for debate. But, you could levitate using objects. And you can maybe utilize that to fly. So I think, flying's awesome, but by itself isn't necessarily kind of spectacular. So, I would say it's incredible.
Incredible.
Because you can dodge everything underneath it, like your fire and all that kind of stuff. But you couldn't deal with a Professor X, could you? No. Because inevitably he'd still swat you out of the sky.
Yeah, he can grab you out of the sky and bring you down quick.
Well, he'll grab you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's an excellent point. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, incredible. Next, we have invisibility.
Yeah, it's pretty nifty, isn't it?
It's an interesting power, but I don't know. I don't know how. Unless you're a spy, I don't know how you would use it. I mean, it doesn't seem to have any offensive capability.
Well, it does, because it gets you in striking range of the person that you want to off, doesn't it? So being, having the ability to move things with your mind won't really matter if someone's able to stealth up behind you and kind of shank you.
Oh, okay.
It's all very well being able to create fire or ice, but if you can't see where the person is, not too much use. And if you're able to fly, again, what exactly is the point if you can't see what you're flying at? So I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say it's spectacular. Maybe I'd maybe say it's incredible.
Okay,
because it's more about, it's primarily defensive in nature, but you can utilize it, like how many times has Black Widow, I'm sure, used some kind of camo field.
Yeah, okay, you sold me.
Yeah.
All right, next up, telepathy. Do you want to read out of the other people's minds? Unless you can turn, unless it's one of those powers you can turn off and on, and you only, it's only, you can direct it at certain people, I think it'd be fine. If it's one of those things where your mind's open all the time and you hear voices coming from everywhere, it would be the worst power in the world.
So does that make it as good as kind of we would initially think? And just because you can read someone's mind doesn't necessarily mean that you can change it. So,
you might read someone's mind you thought was your friend and find out.
Yeah, there is that.
Find out they don't like you that much, and now you're screwed because the guy.
I suppose you could learn things that you didn't know before. Absolutely, but if you had that power alone, what good would that do versus someone that's super strong? Because you know what they're going to do, obviously. They're going to try and hit you with something or themselves. So, it's a bit of a tough one because it's pretty cool, but is it just cool on the surface of it? And I'm wondering maybe if it's just fantastic because you've got to take that negative with you as well, that it would potentially going to drive you absolutely mad unless you were wearing a massive helmet around you all the time.
Yeah, I think we should put this in fantastic.
It sounds good on paper, doesn't it?
It's a good power in theory, and provided it's one that you can just shut off and on and just direct it, you're fine. But again, if your head is always open, then you're going to go mad within a week.
Exactly.
All right, shape shifting. You want to shape shift into something? You want to, into a different person? Maybe a chair, maybe a bird or an animal.
Shape shifting is pretty cool, isn't it? I would put that up there with incredible, to be honest, because being able to shapeshift to anything and be able to take the form of that thing is pretty, a lot more useful than just being able to blast fire or ice or read people's minds. I wouldn't necessarily say it's spectacular though, so I'd maybe say incredible.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those where you can get into any place because you could look like anybody.
Exactly.
Or you could survive out in the wilderness. If a bear comes to attack you, you can turn into a bird and fly away.
Yeah.
So,
or you could turn into a white liberal woman and the bear will become your friend.
True. Or the bear would probably run away because he'd see you and like, oh no, I ain't none of that.
Yeah, I'm not listening to all this.
So where are we putting this again? Incredible?
I'd say incredible.
It worked for Mystique. She had a lot of good stuff going with her on, more or less. All right, how about time manipulation? Stopping time, speeding up, slowing it down.
Yeah, that's got to be spectacular, isn't it?
That would definitely have helped me out a lot.
I think it would help everybody out, wouldn't it? But in the realm of kind of comics and that kind of stuff, superheroes and stuff, none of those powers matter if your opponent can kind of almost, it's almost better than telepathy because you can see how something plays out and then you can rewind time and counter that one thing, can't you? Mm-hmm. It's or just pause and just observe the battlefield, what's going on or whatever. So it doesn't matter what you can do. Can you change the weather? Well, that doesn't matter if time is paused and none of your stuff's having effect. Yeah. Because you'd also have to make the assumption that you can move while time is paused. Oh yeah, that's just a game changer, isn't it? Because again, very much like invisibility, it's all very well you being able to do kind of all these amazing feats, but if you're stun locked and someone just come right behind you and end it, then it doesn't really mean anything, does it? So I think that would be spectacular for me. Yeah, it'd be a lousy power if you paused time and you were also paused. Exactly, but then you'd end the world, wouldn't you? Because then you wouldn't be able to kind of resume time. That'd be it. Yeah, we'll put this in spectacular because it's a pretty cool power. All right, next up, mind control. This is my second favorite power. Imagine all I could get done. I could just, all the times you go to the DMV or something, you can just say, just give me my license. And like, here's your license. Yes, it's pretty up there, isn't it? Because again, a lot of these things are nullified by someone being able to change your mind, for example. So I would say spectacular.
I think so. I mean,
Yeah.
you can. I mean, as a hero, you could absolutely use this to do a lot of good, and as a villain, you could do a lot of harm with this power.
Yeah.
The Purple Man from Marvel on Jessica Jones, he did a lot of evil with mind control.
He still does, doesn't he, David Tennant?
I don't know how much mind control he has. I think he has. I think he thinks he has a lot. He thinks he has a lot of mind control. Yeah, we're going to slide this bad boy up into a spectacular. Because with mind control, it doesn't matter how strong you are. If I can control your mind, tell you not to hit me, you're not hitting me. All right, healing factor. I think this is a good power to have, especially as a superhero, because you get beat up a lot. And the quicker you can heal yourself up, the quicker you can get back into the fight.
I mean, but is this another one that kind of sounds good on paper? Just by itself, it's not particularly very good, is it?
Yeah, by itself, it's not much. I mean, yeah, you can get hurt and heal.
Because, like I said, if you come up against someone that can control the elements, fire, ice, or whatever, and your only power is that you heal quicker, well, that doesn't matter if they do so much damage to you that you're dead.
Yeah.
Unless, you're going down the Jack Harkness constant point in time, but I think that's not quite what we're talking about here. If we're talking about kind of Wolverine's kind of healing factor, I don't know. I mean, it's not very good by itself. Whereas you look at what's spectacular, incredible, I'd maybe say it's uncanny, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because just that, if that's what we're going by, that this hero has this one thing, it's not going to get you very far versus someone, that can melt you or, turn you to ash or change your mind into not doing the thing that you were going to do anyway.
Okay.
It has to be in conjunction with something, doesn't it? Just by itself is not very good.
Yeah, like I said, Wolverine. I mean, he's got the healing factor, which is fine, but he also has the claws. He also has the strength.
Exactly. Yeah.
And he has a lot of really good offensive weapons to go along with his healing factor, so he can stay in the fight longer. All right, how about super speed? I like super speed.
Super speed's pretty awesome, isn't it? The Flash.
Zip around.
I would say incredible. It's because I think it counters almost everything in fantastic, but the higher you go, it becomes a bit more tricky, doesn't it? If you're super fast, that's brilliant. But if someone can fly, then okay, you may be able to evade them, but you can't really do a lot either. I'd say incredible for super speed.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. Like telekinesis, time manipulation, mind control. That's definitely going to counter.
They're going to KO that character straight away, aren't they?
And I know super speed. It's you see the Flash. He goes so fast. It's almost like he can stop time.
Yeah.
So that's almost a side effect of his power.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can see that going into incredible. All right, X-ray vision.
Yeah, I mean, again, okay.
As a superpower.
As an add-on power, then fine, it bulks a hero up or a villain up, doesn't it? But by itself, I mean, it would be good if your job was a security guard, I suppose. Yeah, I don't think X-ray vision is all that by itself.
Yeah, if we're looking at X-ray vision as just a power in itself, I would say this might be the first pathetic.
I think I agree. Yeah, because everything above it would kind of, great. Okay, so you can see my bones, but that doesn't matter when I kind of vaporize you, does it?
No. No, you might be able to see someone hiding behind the wall, but if you don't have any kind of other offensive capabilities, it doesn't matter. They're going to come get you. So, yeah, I think we're going to put X-ray vision in pathetic. Not that it's bad, not that,
Just by itself, it just isn't very good, is it? But it is better, it's worse than healing factor to have by itself.
I mean, you're just some creepy guy that can look through walls.
Indeed, yeah, indeed.
All right, next, energy projection. Whether it's coming at your eyes or you have, coming at your lips, energy projection.
I'd say fantastic. Because it's kind of fire is energy, isn't it, to a certain degree? It's not too much anything, surely, that you could do with fire or ice. Energy is just another different offshoot from that, is it not?
Yeah. It's
you can make a shield out of fire if you wanted. You can make a shield out of ice. It's just whatever is strong or weak to that one element, I suppose, isn't it? So, I'd kind of say it would have to fall into fantastic.
Yeah, it's good.
That's why we put the other two.
It's not as good. If we're looking at the other powers, super speed, invisibility, if you got those, energy projection doesn't really work because you can't hit them because they're either going to be too fast or you can't see them. And weather control, if you try to shoot me with something, I can just kick up a big gust of wind and blow you away.
Yeah.
So
it should operate as I said, on the same principles as kind of generating fire, generating ice. It's definitely not one of the worst things to have, is it? It's better to have that on its own than X-ray vision or just a healing factor. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. How about super agility? Think of Spider-Man getting shot at by 100 bullets and he just flips and bounces and nothing touches him.
But by itself, though?
By itself, I would say it's uncanny. It's a good power to have. You can jump around and stuff, but unless you're a trained fighter, you can. Super agility is really not going to do much.
Yeah, because I think ultimately, you look at fantastic. Anything there would. Like an area of effect attack or defense would just, there's no agility that's going to affect a fireball or something, So, yeah, I think uncanny, to be honest.
Yeah. Again, none of these superpowers are bad. But it's just, if you just had this one superpower, good.
Yeah.
How about elasticity, like Mr. Fantastic? Get your mind out of the gutters, people.
But I would say it's fantastic. There's a pun there, if you will. But it's good. It's fine. It's better than the things in uncanny. Maybe equal to the things in fantastic. But again, once you go up from incredible onwards, there's a lot of things that kind of take you down a pay pretty quickly. Like, it doesn't matter how much you can stretch if someone has stopped time or you know what I'm getting at.
I'd probably say uncanny because
yeah. I'm trying to be more generous, but yeah, uncanny works as well. To be honest,
you look at Mr. Fantastic, and while he's stretchy, his main, I don't know if it's a superpower, is his mind.
Yeah.
And if you go to other characters that have this same power, you go over to DC, like Plastic Man or Elongated Man. That's all they got. It's just they're stretchy, and you don't see them getting their own comic book. They're part of a group. You don't see. Now I know. I think Plastic Man did have his own comic book for a while, but he was also kind of funny. So they played a lot, on that. But yeah, as it goes, elasticity, uncanny. You can reach across the room. You can reach
across the Drew in the chat.
Yay!
Get a slight spelling issue. Hope you're doing well, man.
That's right. Bunch of nerds talking superpowers. It's great.
And Drew would love to be in there. He knows he would.
That is not my superpower. I'll ban you. I'll bring the ban hammer down and it'd just be Chris will be a memory.
You'd still be gay though.
Yeah, well, my wife has other things to say about that. All right, last up we have density control. Think the vision. He can dial it all up to all the way up to, it'd be like hitting a mountain down to basically being intangible, where you can pass through things.
It's pretty good. It's definitely better than X-ray vision. That's for sure. It's definitely better than having a healing factor. Is it better than the things in Fantastic? Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe Incredible. Maybe. I think maybe, because everything that you can do, you could probably trump the things beneath it, but the Incredible and up. Maybe Fantastic and Incredible? I'm not sure. Because it sounds great as a defensive ability, doesn't it? But again, if time has been stopped or whatever, you're not doing anything, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that one. Maybe I'm being too generous with Incredible. But
yeah, I was thinking more Fantastic because you can get parts of Incredible. If you crank your density all the way up and you hit something, it's going to hurt a lot. Like if you had super strength, but it's not something that you can stay with all the time. So
I agree.
I think maybe Fantastic might be the best place for this. Drew coming back, Gabe being a superpower that fits right into modern Marvel and DC. With the way they've taken a lot of the old characters and just decided to switch them over from one team to the Rainbow team, yeah,
indeed.
So yeah, it looks like we've had this nice little bell curve thing here, where we got a lot of incredible and fantastic powers, and then there's a couple stinkers, and there's a couple.
Yeah, I mean, there's only one, isn't there? Really, I mean, like I said, just by itself, isn't it? By itself isn't going to get you very far.
No.